So pleased to have you here with me tonight. I'm very excited to share this card reading experience with you because I was already anticipating your arrival. Cards have already been selected. But before we dive into those, there's just a few small rituals I'd like to complete first, if that's all right with you. Okay, perfect. So, before we start, I'm going to use this energy cleansing mist. It smells lovely. It is very relaxing as well. Spray myself. It's nice. Let's do the other side. Next, I'm going to do a very simple energy cleansing using this beautiful red jasper. It is shaped like a heart. And I will also use this crow feather. Very powerful, this crow feather. Feels nice. It is very relaxing as well as empowering. So first, I will use jasper, and then we'll get into the feather. So, what I'm going to do is hold this over your third eye. Okay. And then I'll hold it over your heart. And I will close my eyes. And you can close yours if you'd like. And I'll just take a moment in my mind to cleanse your energy. Okay. And if you have anything specific you know is lingering around that you would like to cleanse, just call attention to it in your mind, and naturally it will be cleansed. Okay. Now, your heart center. You have very powerful energy in your heart, I feel. So, now we will use the crow feather for its power and relaxation to brush away this loose energy around you. Now, I will very quickly do myself. Tell me if I miss a spot. We'll use, lastly, this singing bowl to clear away all the energies in this space, including any tiniest bit left around ourselves. You're really saying that time. Okay. Now, I will pour you your tea that I made. It's very special magic tea with top secret magical ingredients. Enjoy that at your leisure. It's got a beautiful blue color. Okay, we're getting closer to the card reading. First, I'm going to light the intention candle. Oh, it went out. Okay. Just try another match. Got a little hot, but so your intention candle is now lit. When the cards are red, all the power of them, the intention set, burn with the candle. And there's no undoing the power of fire, and it could burn. So let's get started. These first two cards will represent not so much an immediate uh, journey or immediate uh, knowledge, but more of a life path. What is the essence of your life path? That's what these two cards will represent. We have power. So, at least a part of the essence of your life path will be power. But what I want you to do is to rethink your definition of power. I believe that the word power has been used so many times in a specific way, specific stories, um, that now it has almost a negative light to it, a negative meaning. At least to me, I see on a broader scale, it has a slight meaning that's negative, um, or that having power means you have to bring other people down, or you have to um, take something to gain power. You have to take. And that's what I want you to rethink and look at the word power differently. I don't think you have to take anything for power. I think it's innately a part of your being, and you just have to find it. That's what I think. Your second card for your life journey, life path, is Rebirth. It's a beautiful card. Phoenixes. Rebirth is sometimes a hard card, I think, because normally to be reborn, you have to die in some way, which is scary, and sometimes hard. Um, and if this is a card that represents your life journey, you might go through several rebirths or one that is very powerful. Um, and these things might seem hard to go through before the process of being reborn, but ultimately they are worth it. Because when you are reborn, you know, you are even more beautiful and strong than you were before, like the phoenix. It's a lovely card to have. Now, the rest of these cards do not represent the essence of your life path like the first two. Maybe they pertain to things more immediate than that, but some of them may still uh, be a while in the future. It just depends, and I think you'll have a sense when I read them to you um, what kind of timeline relates. So your first card is a rare bloom. Okay. So a rare bloom. What this tells me is you are a very unique and rare person. Um, and the unique qualities that you have should be embraced. All of them should be embraced. Um, and that will lead you to greater power in your being and in your life. If you fully accept who you are, embrace your uniqueness, your specific magic that you have. Very nice. The next card is Nourish the Soul. It says Nourish the Soul. And this card means follow your passion. Passion is food for the soul. And love, passion and love, which can sometimes be kind of both the same thing. Um, so anything that comes to you on a whim that gives you some kind of joy, some excitement, do it. Find a way. Uh, Maybe it'll take some steps. Maybe it'll take a little time. That's okay. However, you can manage to do it, do it. Feed your soul, feed that fire. Okay? That's what this card is telling you to do. This next card is Do Not Fear the Unknown. Easier said than done. So, this card to me speaks of the unconscious mind. And to me, that is something that needs to be explored openly without fear. Because if you fear, you hesitate and you will not venture on, and you will not investigate or explore or gain new knowledge. And I really think it's when you venture into the parts that are unknown that you make the most growth, the most personal growth. And the more you grow, the more happiness you can find, the more power in your being, I believe. Do not fear the unknown. Also, the future, because the future is unknown. So, your next card is the Queen of Wands. Now, I'm not fantastic with tarot, but this is a good card, upright. This is a good card, I think. For me, the Queen of Wands is a freedom of self, and determination in yourself, in your being, in your power, in your manifestations. Okay. Um, yeah, I think she represents fun, enjoyment, uh, because you're fully coming in to yourself, accepting who you are, and going into the world boldly. You're setting your intentions, manifesting very boldly. Um, so yeah, I would expect when you come into this kind of energy, if you're already coming into this energy, I would expect good things. I would expect um, things you're working towards to come to you, things that you wish for those opportunities to show up, and for you to be determined to grab them. Maybe it's something you've been afraid to go for a while, but then you will come into this energy of the Queen of Wands and just take it because you know it's yours. And you know yourself, you know what belongs to you, and you're ready for it. Queen of Wands. Your next card is the Star upright. This is also a very good card, I think. It also has an energy to it of manifestation, and acceptance of self, and like blessing. I see it has like a feeling of blessing to it. Um, you might have blessings come upon you, or you yourself will be a blessing to other people. You will bring blessings to other people. And I see this as a more intuitive side of you that you will be embracing. Okay. Intuitive knowledge, intuitive energy. Maybe you already feel that very strongly, and you will come into sort of a new wave of it, or maybe you haven't really experienced something like intuitive knowledge or psychic ability before. And this will be your first going through the door. Yeah? So, your next card is the Chameleon Spirit. And it says, act as if. Act as if. What does that mean? So, what this card is saying, uh, it's basically a manifestation card, I think. You know, if there are things in life that you want, that you aspire to, um, act as if you already have them. Act as if you're already that person that you want to be. Act as if you're already on the other side of something you want to be on the other side of. And most likely, you'll find, you're really there. It's really happened. You really have those things. That's what this card is telling you. It can be a little hard to do, especially in the times where now it can be pretty hard. Uh, but if you set your mind to it, things might change. So your next card is the Rhino Spirit. And it says, overcome any obstacle. Alright? So this tells me um, you're gonna have some strength come up. An inner well of strength is gonna open. Okay? And any difficulties that you might come into will sort of fall away. They're just, because most things in the face of a rhinoceros um, aren't gonna put up a challenge. They're gonna run. They're gonna fall away in the face of a rhinoceros. And essentially, your strength is gonna be like the rhino, whether you mean for it to be or not. It might be an unconscious strength that is opening up for some reason at some time. Uh, and at that time, there will be no obstacles. And if you don't believe that you have the strength, then just think of the rhino. Think of, literally think of the animal, the rhino. Think of its weight, its size, the toughness, the thickness of its skin, the point of the horn. Think of the attitude that a rhino has, the stomping, the charging. Think of the awareness that other animals cohabitating with the rhino. Think of the awareness that those animals have of the power and strength of this being, and how most animals who cohabitate with the rhinos uh, know to keep their distance. They know not even to try to mess with that. So think about all of those things. Literally concentrate on every aspect of the animal that is strong. Okay, and then try to feed your own being with that information and try to emulate those aspects. Try to act as if, like the chameleon, uh, and your obstacles will fall away. So, your final card is the dove spirit. And the dove spirit says, be peace. Be peace. Now, what I feel about this card is that this is something, it literally is the last card. And that's what I feel. This is something that will come um, after the rest of these have sort of played out. You will enter a very peaceful, knowing period in your life. You know, you've accomplished these things, you've gotten to a higher state of being, you know more about yourself, um, and you've gotten through some kind of journey. Um, and at the end of it will be incredible peace. Incredible. I believe it. I believe it's there waiting for you. I really do. Um, and you can just fully encompass that state of being. Just fully embrace it when it comes to you, because you'll have earned it. And really, I feel you have to go through some uh, hardships or some work. It doesn't even have to be hard or difficult, just some work. You have to go through some things and grow to find real peace. And you have to know yourself to know real peace. You have to know what peace is to you, to who you really are. What is peace to you? Um, and when you've gone through these things and you've grown, you know what real peace is to you. And when it comes to you, you can really be in it at the end of your journey. It's a wonderful end, I think. Who doesn't love peace? Now, before I let you go, I am real quick going to go through each of the cards again. Not their messages, because I'm sure you got all that, but I will just show you the picture and the name, just so that you remember each one. The first two you had were Power and Rebirth. Then you had a Rare Bloom, then you had Nourish the Soul, and Do Not Fear the Unknown. She's really cool. Then you had the Queen of Wands upright, and the Star upright. In tarot, there are free um, tarot descriptions online that are pretty easy to find. There might be for some of these other cards, but certainly for tarot, there are free descriptions online if you would like to look at the full scale of those, since I'm not as familiar with tarot as my oracle decks. Had the Chameleon, Rhino, the dove. Very pure. So, before I say goodbye to you, I would like to do another feather clearing before you go, at least just for the sake of relaxation. Nose. Wash over your third eye. The third eye wanders many places, so it often needs to be cleansed. Alright, sweet one. I'm going to leave your candle burning for you so that your intention can fully process through it. It will probably take a long time, but I do not mind one bit. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful journey.